Welcome students. Many students face problems while doing the writing section, and they say that they are not able to fish for ideas and know what to write exactly in the writing section. One such topic is article writing. So we are going to deal with this topic today. And this topic, before we begin, we should understand what is an article and how is it different from an essay, because people tend to confuse between the two. Article exactly is a compilation of facts. What does this mean? I have read something about a particular topic somewhere in a magazine. About the same topic I have read on the internet, and about the same topic I have been continuously following it in the newspaper. Now I have certain ideas in my mind about what people think about that particular topic, and those ideas I put together in the form of an article. So are these my ideas? No. They are only my understanding about that particular topic. So it is a compilation of facts. I have read facts from different places and I compile them at one place. So these are not our views. They are just the views of the people. That is why in an article we never mention I think, we think. First person and second person are never used in an article. So I think so all of you have understood what is an article. It's a compilation of facts. How is it different from an essay? If I've been asked to write an essay on air pollution or just on pollution, my topic will be pollution. And as I begin the essay, I'll write what is pollution, what are the various types of pollution, how are they harming us, everything. And can we use I, we? Exactly, yes, we can use. But if the same thing comes as an article, first of all, we'll never mention about the problem. We'll only talk about the problem. So when we begin, our topic will never be air pollution. It will be hazards of air pollution or air pollution a threat to the society, something like that. It will be a heading, not the topic. First of all, this thing, and it will never contain that particular thing only. Like I cannot write the heading of my article as air pollution or just pollution. No, I have to write something else. I'm talking about the problem. So in an article, we discuss about a problem, but we don't explain the problem. We don't tell what is the problem, what are its various types and all that. We talk about the problem. Okay, so that's the basic difference between an article and an essay. In an essay, we write our own thoughts, but in an article, we don't. We write what are the facts. Now, how to write an article? If people wish to, they can put the article within a box, but it is not essential for the board exams. So, we always begin the article by writing the heading in block letters. This heading we have to write in a complete form, like it may come in 1 or 2 sentences, that's our choice. Then towards this margin, we write compiled by and the name of that person. Now why are we not writing written by? Because this article is not written by me. I am just compiling the facts at one place. So instead of the word compiled, I can use the word edited by also. So compiled by and the name. If the name is not given in the board exams, it's preferable to write XYZ over there, because the candidate is never supposed to write his or her name on the paper. So be careful, you write compiled by and write the name which is given in the question. If name is not given, write XYZ. Now let's deal with what to write in para 1, para 2, para 3. Para 1 is introduction. And I've always seen that those students who write well begin it with a quotation, begin it with a startling fact, or begin it with a very important data or something. But it should not be that we try to write things on our own. Like, we don't build up datas on our own, because examiners know everything. So it's not so that we'll write any data over there. We need to be careful over here. Okay. So first of all, we write a good startling fact or a data or something like that. Like in the chapter Aiding Planet, it was written that every 4 days, the world population grows by 1 million. So that's a startling data. Now that can be given in the beginning. So it begins with a quotation, a startling fact, a factual data, or we just talk about the problem. Okay, so that is in the introduction. But we never define the problem over here. Okay, now as we come to para 2, what to write in para 2? Write the causes of that particular problem. Then in para 3 we write the effects. But you can see here, before para 2, after para 3, I have made a line in the margin. That means a line has to be left as we change the paragraph and begin close to the margin. So can effects come first? Obviously. They can, if we want to show that the effect of this particular thing was highlighted, if we have a very good particular incident or example in our mind, we can write effects first and then write the resultant causes. I mean, we can write the causes afterwards. So these two can interchange. But the solutions, the remedies, that will come towards the last in para number 4. And then after writing remedies, the last line we add a general conclusion. Now how to do this? Supposingly we are writing about hazards of smoking. So I have written about some particular data or something in the introduction. Then I come to para 2, and then first of all I should think of all the causes. Like I think, okay, what are the reasons that people smoke? First is they find pleasure, then slowly it turns into an addiction, okay? Then after some time it's a peer pressure, or sometimes it is just emulate or copy somebody, okay? So these all things, and first of all it begins just as a peer group or something. So these are all the causes, it's easily available. These are the causes that people smoke. So when we have thought of all the causes, then we will elaborate them together. Now let's come to the effects. What are the effects? Effects are slowly turns into addiction. Then active smoking of course is harmful, but because of passive smoking, what happens is the family members also are affected. So we are writing about the effects. It's carcinogenic, it turns into cancer, problems of lungs, many things we'll write together. Now what are the remedies? Wherever there are causes, they'll turn into the remedies. How? First of all, we should know when to say no. That thing we have to understand. Of course, it should be inculcated that addiction is wrong, be it of anything. So we have to understand, and we should be able to say no. So how we'll not write we, people should be able to say no, these all things. Then they should be able to say no to their peer group also. They should be able to explain them that it is harmful. Then all these things we will write, plus then we will write about the government also. Government has already put one warning on the cigarette packets, but it should be like made mandatory that everywhere around the shopkeepers should be told that they should not sell cigarettes to youngsters and all that. Then in one more thing, when we are writing remedies, please write what the government is already doing and what it should do. Never write that something should be banned, because that is very tough to do. The best thing is that what are the things that can be proved as a remedy. So one thing, government is already, whenever movies and all are there, and whenever any such scene is there, some warning comes below. So such scenes should be avoided and all that, that should be written as remedies. Then rehabilitation centers are there, then nicotine tablets are there. So these all things come as remedies. Now I think so I have made it very clear. If we have so many points, and if people say we don't find points, first of all think, then write. So you will have proper causes, proper effects and proper remedies in your mind. By chance, the question comes and you are not able to write and find out causes, effects and remedies. Think of the topic. They must have asked you remedies only. Then whose remedies? You can see here on one side, remedies on the part of the society, remedies on the part of the government. What is the government already doing and what it should do? And then remedies on the part of certain NGOs, that is the non-government organizations. If this is also not there, any topic would have advantages, disadvantages and remedies. Something would be there for you to write. And that is wherein we write an article, and these are all facts. Now next thing, which tense to use? The tense that will come is present tense. Obviously, because if we are writing facts, the tense has to be present tense. And first and second person, I, we and you are not to be used. The article is to be written in third person. How we say? The people of India. We don't say we. They think, people think, like that we should write. The last advice, if you are quoting an example, it's better, and the example is a positive one, of course name that person. But if you are giving something negative, and in that case be careful that you just say something about that person but don't name that person. Like if we know that a famous Bollywood celebrity was involved in killing the black buck, then in that case everybody knows who is it. So we don't have to write the name over there. So this is how we should write an article. If it's a good example, of course it needs to be quoted, otherwise not. Okay, the marking scheme earlier, it was of 10 marks. Now this year, this article writing is of 5 marks. So the word limit, of course you can understand, 125 to 150 words, that is there always, and the time limit is 15 to 20 minutes. Please never, whenever you are practicing article, be careful that you sit with a stopwatch, not after reading the question. The time that you require to read the question, make the choice, understand it, then find out the rough points, and then writing. Everything should be included in those 20 minutes. Okay, so this is how the article has to be done. You can see I have given you one solved example, and in this solved example I have given you the achievements of modern Indian women. Then it is compiled by XYZ. You can see I have written a quotation over there in the beginning. Then first paragraph is the introduction. Then second paragraph I have written some causes, some effects, you can go through it, some remedies, and a general conclusion towards the last. Then after that you can see one unsolved example which came in 2016 paper. Of course that year the other students got the benefit of getting the verbal stimulus. They got certain points also along with the question. So this was there, how the question came, and there is one unsolved example, question number 2. Okay, that is the excessive use of advertisements in media. So these all questions you can do, and you will understand that once we sit writing and we think of it, we of course will get points. Thank you.